What is up? Welcome back to the Crew Motorfest. This is part 12, the first video in a while of the crew, and also the first commentary video. Wanted to try something a little bit different. We'll see how it goes. If you prefer not to have me speaking over the video, I'm going to be uploading an identical video, this very video basically that you're seeing, the very gameplay that you're seeing with full audio without me speaking. It's going to be uploaded the same time this is, so if you're watching this, you can also watch that one as well. But if you prefer to have me speaking, if you don't mind me being here, then hey, listen, we're here together, innit? But I'm so excited to finally get back to this game. I really enjoyed the closed beta. It was a very enjoyable experience, man. The Crew 2's been out for so long, but I haven't been on it for a while because it got repetitive, and I was playing a lot with I liked cruising a lot at the time with my steering wheel, so the driving was a very weird experience. It's a lot better now. Obviously, you got the steering wheel actually doing the full 900-degree rotation in the first person view. The whole physics has been sort of redone. It's a much better game now, and I'm so looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to doing the live summit, which I do want to do on stream. I don't think I'm going to be uploading any gameplay of that, but for now we'll stick to the walkthroughs. When I do stream, I'm going to be doing it on both Twitch and YouTube simultaneously, so if you have any interest in that, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell so you get the notifications for when I do go live. But for now, we're just continuing. Listen, I was really upset, you know, I'm not gonna lie, because so upset I even hit my microphone. Look, I spent a decent amount of hours through the closed beta, right? It wasn't released for too long, but I spent a bit of time on it, and I came on and I found out that my save progress wasn't saved. So we're basically starting afresh, starting from the beginning. So rather than bore you guys with all that gameplay again, just because I'm speaking over it this time, I spent a few hours. I wouldn't say I spent a few hours. I spent about an hour and a half, to be honest with you. Spent about an hour and a half getting sort of back to where I was. I have it on the Porsche playlist. I don't know where that is. I think I have seen it. It's called 911 something. I don't know. I haven't done that yet. So for whatever reason, it automatically took me to this one that we're about to do now. Something American Muscle. With a load of Mustangs. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm talking over the gameplay rather than talking live, because I did try and do live sort of commentary. Actually, you know what, let's watch this one and I'll get back to it. I like to talk a lot, you know what I'm saying, but let me be quiet and let you in, and let's both enjoy this beautiful cinematic. All right then, a very American trailer. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be very honest here. Kara talks a whole lot. There are some characters in this game that just do a whole lot of talking. We're gonna be introduced to one very soon as well, yeah. And it's like, another reason why I couldn't do the live commentary was, number one, I didn't even get to one, but number one, hey, I need to focus. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen some wonder kids, yeah, play like certain games that require so much focus and talk over it, and they can do both live, which is incredible because they play whatever they're playing so well. I can't do that, bro. I need to focus. So I'm gonna record my gameplay, right? I'm gonna do my, I'm gonna be locked in, yeah? I'm gonna be real locked in, and then I'm gonna talk over it after, because listen, I can talk, I can waffle, so if you don't like a waffler, mute me or go watch the other video, innit? Or click off, because I'm a waffler. You can't be watching a waffler if you don't like a waffler. Anyhow, basically, start a new playlist. We are, you know what? We're heading towards some activities right now. What I like about the crew is, or the crew Motorfest specifically, is off the bat there's actually so much to do, and you're not kind of pushed into a specific route, if it makes sense, right? You have the freedom to basically do what you want, whenever you want, however you want, right? So as much as I have that freedom, I think I'm gonna sort of stick and let the game sort of pull me in a direction it wants to pull me. I'm not really too fussed about what I do first or what I do last. I'll be very, very honest. So as I said at the beginning, I have been playing through trying to get to where I got to on my previous playthrough. So I think when I do get to the 9/11 playlist, I think we might have to just film that together. If you were here when that was released, if you're one of the few that watched that one, we might have to just film that again together. I'm not gonna lie, I can't be struggling alone. I had to play through it all myself anyway, so join me in it. It's just that you're gonna have me speaking over it this time. But yeah, this whole playlist, oh, like, getting back to the gameplay, this whole playlist specifically is very interesting. So the one we're doing now is just a little Jackson V8. It's a little race around the neighborhood, and it sort of starts off sanely, if I can say that. It starts off sanely because you're going to get to see a little bit later on, whether it's in this video or the next video, things get a bit leery, a bit, you know what I'm saying? Listen, this is American themed, innit? So if I say it's getting a bit leery and you know it's American themed, I think you might have a clue more or less where it's going to be going. But I'm not going to lie, I tried to do this on the hardest difficulty, and this game is very interesting, right? So there are some events which are fun, right, to do on the hardest difficulty. You got 5 levels of difficulty, and this one, I started it on the hardest difficulty. Now this is not the gameplay I've seen. You've seen the gameplay on the one below the hardest difficulty, because but it was tough. But then there are some other races on the hardest difficulty which were fine. And then you got, for example, some events like the boat events, right? You got the boat events which are very interesting, right? And listen, the gameplay is recorded. It will come out either next video or the one after that. But there's a very weird thing with difficulty levels where it's not consistent. I don't know whether it's in terms of just the different vehicles, as in air, land and water vehicles, or sort of, for example, drag races might be a bit tougher than street races. There's not like a real consistency that I felt, that I saw when I was messing around with the difficulties and trying to do different events on different difficulties. But to be honest, I can't imagine it being the easiest thing in the world to do. Sort of having so many different types of vehicles and trying to have a consistent difficulty level for every single vehicle. Yeah, I mean, you've got however many hundreds of vehicles in the game as it is. So yeah, I'm not even gonna go into sort of why that would be so difficult. But anyway, as you can see, I'm having an alright time driving this vehicle. It did get a bit loose at times. I'm not gonna lie, you know, the difficulty level, not the difficulty level, the physics, the driving physics have an interesting, it's an interesting thing with the physics, isn't it? I did say earlier that there's a big improvement between this and the Crew 2, but it doesn't mean it's perfect. It doesn't mean it's perfect. It can get a bit weird, especially when you're trying to drift or you're trying to slide. I redid the drifts, of course, because of one of the earlier playlist that you do is the Japan one, if it's not the first one, I think. Again, I think it's your choice, but that was the first one in my previous playthrough, and it was my first one in this one as well, which is weird to say because I didn't record it, but you get what I mean, right? When I was basically trying to get back up to this point, basically. And there's a drift event, which it's odd. I never grasped it in the Crew 2. I don't think I gave it enough time. I've now got it in the Crew Motorfest. I kept calling it the Crew 3. It's not called the Crew 3, but somehow I never got called out on it. But it's called the Crew Motorfest, and I will amend. No, I'm not going to amend my previous videos. They will stay the Crew 3, but from now on I'll call it the Crew Motorfest. All right, please don't shoot me. But great job. In this one with the drifting, there is a technique, but it doesn't. No, it's not a simulator, right? But I don't want to do comparisons because at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to compare different games. But you got a game like Forza where all the drifting isn't perfect. It's not perfectly simulated, but it's understandable. You know what I'm saying? It's understandable. You can. It makes sense, and you understand how it works, and then you can just adjust to that. So you improve until you sort of perfect it. With this one, the technique is very strange. Yeah, it's really strange. Anyway, we're about to do a drag difficulty. You see, I've turned the difficulty up now because I had it turned down. And I don't know why my OBS popped up. It's weird. Why do my OBS pop up like that? Anyway, yeah, anyway, that threw me off completely. Anyway, this is a drag event now, the second event of the American Muscle playlist. We've got a Mustang. I think, if I remember correctly, we're only gonna have Mustang. And wait, it was in the name anyway. Never mind. Time to beat 10.3 seconds. Let's warm up these tires, and let's see how well we do. One thing I will say, it did take me a while. It really did take me a while to sort of get used to the starting. So it's basically a test of reaction time, as per reality, I guess. But for some reason, I could never judge when the green light would turn on, because I thought it's not like consistent with the red lights. So the red lights have a pattern. Look. I don't even know when. You know what? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but we're not doing too badly here. I actually didn't catch what we got the first time, but for the second run, we got 10.2. We just beat by 800ths of a second. Beat the time needed. So you have 3 runs in it. I don't remember what we got first, but this is our second one, and it's basically like if you beat the time for 2 out of 3 runs, I believe. You're good. I could be wrong, but I believe it's like if you get mostly under the time, it's basically a pass. So for our last run, 10.3 seconds to beat, and we got 10.387. So we basically kind of messed this one up, but because we had the other 2 going for us, we're good. So that's why I think if you get it 2 out of 3, you'll be all right. One thing I realized, yeah, I'm on 628,000 credits, coins, whatever it's called, dollars. I don't know if it's actually, they might just be dollars. And I don't know how, because this is only about, this would have been about half an hour to 40 minutes into the playthrough, and I struggled for a while to get over 100,000. Or was it over 100,000? The money was going really slowly, and before I realized, I was on like 400, 500, 600,000. I don't know how it went up so quickly. I don't know whether it's an early access thing, whether it's an ultimate edition thing. I'm really not sure because this is the Ultimate Edition or whatever the sort of highest edition is called. But yeah, really weird. I don't know what happened there. I'm not complaining because then it allowed me to basically be able to purchase what I needed for the live summit. But we'll get into that later on. For now, Denver RWD rear wheel drive. Now this car is nice, but I will tell you guys what, I struggled with this one. I'll keep it real. I struggled with this one, boy. Amazing car, very powerful car, as you can see by the twin turbo sticking out of the hood. But this one took me a while. So I tried it on the hardest difficulty, and I think I gave it like 8 runs. And yeah, this one was tough. This one was real tough. So it's like an outrun. If you ever played outrun, and they do quote it in this game anyway, but it's a matter of, as Jim here is saying, it's a matter of hitting the gates before the time runs out. The gates give you extra time. And yeah, so like I said, this one took me a while. I've cut out a lot of gameplay when I was editing this. It was listen, I don't want to swear, but boy, it was tough. There are some sections that you just, I mean, I'm talking on the hardest difficulty. I was trying it on the hardest difficulty. There are some sections you just absolutely have to nail. Like, there is zero room for error. Not only is there zero room for error, but you've also got you also have to actually smash it. You can't mess up and you have to smash it. And yeah, man, I was getting further and further, but then it got, you know, when you try something again and again and again, and you get to a point where the thing at one point that was so easy you keep messing up on. Yeah, like I would mess up here, and this was only 40% in. So I was like, no, you know what, I'm bugging out basically, because I was getting to like 60, 70, 80% even, and yeah, couldn't do it, man. So I turned on the difficulty, and yeah, the thing is, it's a combination of a very powerful car, very powerful rear wheel drive car, no traction control, twisty, windy roads. Yeah, it was fun. It obviously was fun. But yeah, boy, I couldn't complete it, man. It was tough. It was tough. But yeah, anyway.
Past this point, you're in for a serious series of turns. Make sure to stay on the road.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's a very well done event. I'm not gonna lie. It's like the perfect balance of tough, fun, exciting, a lot of like those sort of adjectives, but overall it frustrated the hell out of me, but I did enjoy it. I won't lie, I did enjoy it. So yeah, 70% in, still winding our way through the Hawaiian, it's not a rainforest, so I'll just call it an environment in it before I get my geography or whatever topology all wrong. I don't know what topology is. So yeah, very, very American. I feel like, yeah, almost that, you know, every game that comes out has America in it, pretty much, right? Except the Far Cry's maybe, and even the Far Cry 4 I think was set in America, right? But basically my point is, so many games are based on an American map or somewhere in America, and this comes out and boom, it's based on Hawaii. So I feel like this year was a sort of shout out that, hey, like, we ain't really forgotten you guys, so here's this event specifically for you guys, specifically for y'all. So you got the American stars up there in the sky, you got all the smoke, you got all the little posts on the side of the road, you got all these cars, and I just feel like it was a little nod towards, yeah, listen, we got you. I think it's every game's biggest market. The US has to be every game's biggest market, so it makes sense. But hey, listen, I'm glad they chose Hawaii. Hawaii is an interesting map. It's a lot of different things to offer in terms of the road, in terms of environment, in terms of atmosphere. I love it. But yeah, I finally got it done. Obviously for you guys, you just saw it at once, but for me, yeah, it was a lot. So we finally got that done. That is, I think, our third or fourth event of the playlist. So we had the regular Mustang, which was pretty decent to drive. We then had, I don't remember what car we had before this. I've spoken so much. Let's see what Cara has to say here.
We have a little surprise for you. Although in this case, little may be a poor choice of words. Just head towards the beach and you'll understand. We're real close.
Ooh, this is interesting. Let's see what we've got here. But before we do that, we're gonna end it there. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I'm gonna continue talking a lot on the next one. If you don't like me speaking, no commentary video is also gonna be up. Thank you for tuning in. Love you guys. Like if you like the video, dislike if you dislike the video, and I'll catch you next time. We'll see what the surprise is all about. Peace.